Do you think she just sort of slapped him one before getting on the plane to go and literally bore the world in Washington, D.C.?
Keir Starmer's Washington trip sparks questions after public appearance with cut lip. You're not going to believe what people are talking about right now. The Prime Minister and leader of the Labour Party, Sir Keir Starmer, lands in Washington, ready for one of the biggest international trips of his career. But instead of policy headlines, the story that's grabbed everyone's attention is something far more personal. Not only did Starmer show up with a visible cut on his lip, but suddenly, questions about his marriage to his wife Victoria have also been dragged into the spotlight. And let's be clear, this isn't about gossip. This is about perception, politics, and how even the most private details can spill over into the public arena when you're a national figure. The plan was simple: meet with U.S. leaders and strengthen international credibility. But when Starmer walked in front of the cameras, all eyes locked on the cut across his lip. A small thing, yet instantly magnified in today's hyper-connected media world. And as if that wasn't enough, chatter about his marriage, which has long been kept deliberately private, began to resurface online. For years, Keir and Victoria Starmer have maintained a low-profile relationship. Unlike past political spouses who embraced the limelight, think Sherry Blair or Samantha Cameron, Victoria has mostly stayed out of the media. And that's been by design. Friends say she values her privacy, she's focused on her family and her career, and she's avoided becoming part of the political circus. But the reality is this: in politics, the private often becomes public. And the cut lip, combined with a swirl of online speculation, dragged Victoria into the conversation whether she liked it or not. On social media, the reactions told the story. One post read, "Starmer should be focusing on Washington policy talks, but all anyone's talking about is his marriage and that cut on his lip." Another, "We barely hear about Victoria Starmer, and suddenly she's trending because of speculation. Shows how quick the media jumps." And from a Labour insider, speaking to a political blog, "The frustration is this: Keir wanted this trip to highlight his leadership credentials. Instead, the conversation is about his private life. That's the double-edged sword of public politics." This story isn't about confirming or denying rumors about Starmer's marriage. There's no evidence for that, and it's not responsible reporting. But what it does show is how fragile political branding can be. Starmer's whole image is built on stability, calm leadership, and control. A moment like this, a cut lip and sudden chatter about his wife, shifts focus away from that narrative and creates space for opponents to strike. We've seen it before. Gordon Brown faced constant media questions about his marriage, David Cameron's family life was endlessly scrutinized, and Boris Johnson's complicated personal history often overshadowed his politics. For Starmer, even if his marriage is strong and private, the mere speculation can create political noise. Unsurprisingly, critics jumped on it. One conservative figure quipped, "If Starmer can't even keep the focus on policy during a major U.S. trip, maybe he's not ready for the big stage." It was a sharp jab not just about the lip, but about the fact that his marriage suddenly became part of the political conversation. The challenge for Starmer now is shifting the story back to substance. But the truth is, the public is curious. And when curiosity mixes with politics, private lives are never fully private. For Victoria Starmer, this may mean more unwanted attention. For Keir Starmer, it's a reminder that in today's media landscape, you can't fully separate personal and political. So here we are. A Washington trip meant to project confidence, now overshadowed by two details that were never part of the plan: a cut lip and renewed chatter about his marriage. And here's the real question. If something as small as this can spark a firestorm of speculation, what happens when the pressure really ramps up during a general election campaign? Because in politics, every detail matters. And sometimes, the personal becomes political whether you like it or not. Stay tuned for more political updates, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Keep watching.